You are now listening to The Block with your host Stephanie Love and yours truly, Black, on VillaCoolaRadio.com. Let's go.
Blah, blah. Well, everything is everything for Sheezy. Blah, blah. You probably done it all, homie, believe me. Blah, blah. We made the impossible look easy for Sheezy. I'll never leave my block. My niggas need me.
Good morning. Happy Saturday. We're here again. Thank you. Blizzardy Black.
What was that?
Wasn't getting any response. So, all right. So thank you guys for tuning into The Block. Here we are again, episode 42.
We almost at 52.
Despite some of our cancellations and we had to alter the show a little bit, hey, we're going to keep it pushing because this is The Block and we just know how to do things, right?
Jeez.
So, I want to say I hope everyone had a happy Father's Day.
I'm mad at you. You
week.
didn't tell me Happy Father's Day.
It's a lot of people that didn't get told
Happy Father's Day, Black.
Don't take it. I told y'all on the
Appreciate it,
show.
bro.
I was the first who told y'all last Saturday, right? Okay, thank you. Yeah, so we're going to talk about how you stop giving a fuck and stop seeking approval. We're going to talk about that later, okay?
Okay.
Fly shit. So y'all stay tuned.
I'm
I'm
good
going to
with
put
that.
y'all on some new shit. We're going to step it up a little bit. I got some great topics, some sad ones, some funny ones, but we got enough things to talk about today. This week, it's been a couple of weeks since it's been just Blizzardy Black and I, but we're going to carry this thing out. I have my mimosa with me. I made super producer one.
I was going to ask you if that was a mimosa or
yes,
just
it
orange juice in
is.
a fancy glass.
It is a mimosa. It is the ingredients left over from the ladies' room. Last week,
Here we go with the shameless plugs again.
did Booed Up on the ladies' room, and we had a drink of the week called Kinky, and pretty much,
Who was that made by?
I don't know.
You don't know who it was made by?
No, but it's made with vodka, coconut, pineapple, and lime. It was very good. It's a cocktail that didn't even need to be mixed. So if you're not great at mixing cocktails, go pick up you some Kinky. You can drink it during the day. You can drink it at night. Either way it go, you're going to get kinky.
Wait a minute.
Oh, this ain't love and sex yet.
This ain't love and sex.
So I
What
want to give a
ladies
shout
do.
out to all the listeners that are tuning in. Remember to share. We're streaming live on VillaCoolaRadio.com. Also, YouTube, Twitch, and your one and only Facebook. It's about to go down, so turn your phones down. I'm not y'all, but us. Don't turn y'all phones down. Hey, Mom. Hey, Angela. Please share.
Can I see your phone for a second?
Damn, you asking for too much.
Well, you see how my phone looks. I need to
So,
look at your phone and see where
guys,
the shit is. So I
we,
can share.
Remember, I don't know what I'm telling. Oh, next week, I want to give a shout out to our guests that was on the show last week. Washed, Jared Couch, and Corey Pratt. I still am on a high from last week. That was one of our biggest interviews that we had. But guys, if you're not doing anything this coming Thursday, June 28th, tune in to the Wash series. Come out to the Angelica Theater. I believe it starts at 7 p.m. Tickets are $13.50. It is a series that is Dallas based. It's very good. If you did not tune in to last week's show, it is a series that is geared towards people who turn 30 and they're trying to find their niche in life, what they want to do. But it's very good, very comical, very relatable. So go check it out. But then you can also visit the washseries.com and get a little bit more information on that. So shout out to all of them. Shout out to Moses and D Forbes. I got y'all in the next coming weeks. We'll get you rescheduled. But I do appreciate you guys
Shout out to your mama for calling me Black.
Black.
Like
Yeah.
she spelled
Shout
the
out to
color
Mom.
and then my name.
Shout out to my mom, mentoring and restoring families, sponsored the Ladies Room Drink Special. So I am elated. Shout out to Angie, my cousin Angela. She sponsored the Ladies Room. She does my decor for the Ladies Room every week. So ladies, guys, if you're looking for decorations for a party, wedding, anything, graduation, Angie's Touch on Instagram. Go to Instagram and look up Angie's, Angies, Touch, and check her out. She's very crafty. Then I gotta give a shout out. I'm sorry, shameless plugs, but hey.
To the ladies in the ladies' room.
JoJo Nelson, Uncle JoJo. If you guys don't know who Uncle JoJo is by now, he is the one who gives out love deposits. He will be giving out a love deposit next Sunday. July 1st, guys, tune in to VillaCoolaRadio.com. Also, Uncle JoJo Radio will be giving out. He has $1,000 allocated to give out to the community. So you're going to want to call in. The number that you call in is at the bottom of our screen. Go ahead and write it down. Make a note. July 1st. That's rent. 5 o'clock. You might be short $100 on your rent. You might need gas for the week to get to an interview. You may need groceries around the first of the month. It's really hard. So you're going to want to tune in to Uncle JoJo Radio, July 1st, 5 p.m., VillaCoolaRadio.com. And call in and get your love deposit. Don't be ashamed.
So can I call
but
in?
One moment. I want to shout out. I'm thinking about calling in too. So call in. I want to give a shout out to JoJo because JoJo sponsored and had food catered to the ladies' room. I got only 2 wings, but everybody else ate. So that's what matters.
Look.
I think the men ate more than the ladies did.
You on the block.
Okay.
You done plugged this. You done shameless plug the ladies' room 15 times.
Well, I got viewers on the ladies' room on the block too. So.
Well, shout out to the ladies' room.
I got 2 jobs.
Shout out to the block.
Shout out to the block. That was a long intro. I'm very, very sorry. But let's go ahead and jump into this first topic.
Which is sad. I mean, I heard his name before, but I don't know any of his music. I can't sing not a verse.
What I'm trying to figure out is, and maybe somebody can help me, how do we say his name? Do I say XX extension or triple extentation? Like, what is his name?
I thought it was extension, but with the ION, so extension.
I'm thinking it's extension, or you could go extension.
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 Well, we're going to figure it out. But extension is dead at 20, guys. He was shot in South Florida. The 20-year-old rapper was shopping for motorcycles in South Florida, and as he was leaving the motorcycle dealership, a gunman ran up to his vehicle and shot him.
Did you see the video?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
So they got video of this?
Yeah.
No, well, they don't have video of him actually getting shot, but they have the video of the aftermath. You know, people gather around and shit like that and turn the phones on.
So Triple X, which is what I'm gonna call him, he was in his share of feuds, but as far as we know, there were no fights between him and anyone else. He was facing serious legal troubles. I found out that Triple X was facing more than a dozen felony charges. The most recent one is he was awaiting trial for domestic violence against his pregnant girlfriend. He actually beat her so bad that she went blind in one eye.
Oh, damn.
And prosecutors have accused him for witness tampering. Triple X was also on house arrest, but recently the judge let him out so that he could tour. And also he was, come to find out, he was a well-respected artist. A lot of people looked up to him. For him to be 20, there was a lot of older, legendary artists who really looked up to this guy.
And
people like Kanye.
I heard some shit like he was going down a bad path, but he had made.
He was trying, yeah. So to piggyback off of that, I found out that weeks before he died, he bought family members' homes. He began to start giving to the less fortunate. So he was trying to change his life around. Well, Triple X also, his music was, to me, from what I researched, he talked a lot about suicide. At one point in his career, it was a time where they thought he was supposedly dead. people thought he was dead from a video, but come to find out, he came out with a video, with a live, and stated that he was just doing that for a video. So a lot of people thought that this particular incident was a hoax. It's still people out there thinking he's not dead. They're also saying that this is the new Tupac era. And so I want to piggyback. This is a conspiracy.
He's not dead.
To do this to get away from all the trouble he was facing. So he wanted to stage a death so that he could start over his life, which I don't think I even think that Tupac's dead.
Well, I mean, I feel you, but like, if he's staging a death, why? Like, in the era of the cell phone, it's kind of hard to do that.
Stage your death.
Yeah, in public. You know what I'm
agree.
saying? Like, it wasn't just one person around, and he might have. There is a slim possibility, but I don't think that that's the case at all.
No, and I agree. I don't even think this can meet up to the standards. I think that after this week, after the funeral, we will be done talking about it.
Yeah, I'm kind of baffled at how much attention it's getting because he was not like known by the masses. So that's why I'm trying to find the angle.
He was known by the masses, but I think he was known in the younger generation.
Yeah, and that's the thing, because I've seen his name before, and I've ignored the shit out of it. I didn't know who he was. I never heard his music. His music wasn't
it's a lot of teenagers who are hurt by his death. They're actually out there looting and causing, breaking in, just like causing a big scene. The kids are. There's kids even going live stating that they don't know how they can go on without him. Celebrities are even posting, like Tammy Rivera, who is married to Waka Flocka. Her daughter is on an emotional roller coaster this week because of this particular rapper's death. So I'm like, okay, maybe this is something that we do need to talk to our kids about, because this death is affecting them. Maybe like Tupac's death affected you guys when y'all were younger.
But that's what.
Don't act like
shots fired.
Don't act like you wasn't around when Tupac died.
I was a baby.
No, you wasn't. You
How
older
old
than
was
me.
I?
You was like
he died in '96.
Yeah, you were like 8 or 9.
I was born in '86.
So
you were
10
10
years old
when he died.
I remember it, and I'm younger than you. So,
but that's what baffles me. That's why I'm so dumbfounded. He cannot be put in the same category as a Tupac.
I agree.
On any level.
I will say this though. I found out about him through London. London showed me a video, and he hung a white boy in his video.
Yeah.
And I can see the comparisons with Biggie and Tupac, because the kids loved him. You know what I'm saying? And he talked about death and suicide so much, just like Biggie and Pac. You know what I'm saying? So it's a comparison.
What he talks about in death, is this really someone that we should want our kids to listen to? Because with everything that goes on with our kids, with the shootings in the school, the suicides, if this is the music that they're listening to, like, this is a time where parents need to start.
You can say that, but we listened to Biggie, and one of his songs was Suicidal Thoughts. I mean, that was one of the best songs that I like. Tupac talk about that. So I hear what you're saying, but
it's and to me, it's more of a realization thing, as far as Biggie and Tupac talked about a whole lot of realistic shit, like shit that was actually going on. And if he was talking about suicide, it's because he didn't thought about it, but instead of doing it, he went and, put it into the music, and that's how, he got off. I can't say got off, but you know what I'm trying to say. And so with that being said, like, no, we don't want our kids to listen to shit talking about suicide and death. But if it's realistic, maybe that suicidal song is something that a kid needs to hear on some shit like they feeling down and they feeling like they just can't take life no more and they want to kill themselves and they hear this song and they decide, you know what, I can do better. I don't have to go through this shit. I don't have to kill myself. I can move on. Like, sometimes it can be inspirational. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it tells you're not the only one that's going through it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And a lot of times, a lot of people think that they are the only ones that's going through this shit.
Yeah.
This doesn't happen to anybody else but me.
Yeah, and you see a rapper who is talking about the same thing that you're experiencing. Yeah, you're gonna latch on to him.
And he's a lot better off in life than you are at this point. Yeah. So yeah, it's like, damn. Well, if this person has millions of dollars and they think about killing themselves, but they decided not to, why the fuck should I? Right. I can get where this person is.
I agree.
If not through rapping, it can be through painting, through like whatever. I don't know why the fuck painting came up in my mind.
Painting is good for the soul,
and
just like reading.
And that's one perspective. And you also have the other side of it. You might have some feeble-minded kids that think that all of this stuff is real and I should do the same thing to get to where this person has gotten. And I don't think that's a good idea.
And yeah, there's that. There's that. But
because then we'll have a bunch of suicidal
on
kids on our hands.
Exactly. If this is someone that they're idolizing.
But at this point, we already have a lot of suicidal kids on our hands.
But don't you think it might be because they're idolizing people who are making music?
Listening to this dude, you now have, if you didn't before, you have everything laid out.
Okay,
to
well, you know
kill
what?
yourself.
I'm gonna take a step back because I haven't heard any of his music.
And a music to do it to. You know, you can listen to him while you slitting your wrist.
There was a video that he had, and I forgot what song, but he had a rope, like you're getting ready to lynch a nigga, you know, and he had two kids facing it. Why would you want to portray that when you know that your audience are kids?
Right. Not only, I didn't know that he was hanging white people in his video.
That was the video. He hung a little white boy.
That might not be a good thing to do in America, you know.
But it was more of a message.
So now my question is, who shot you?
Already.
Well,
and when did you write that song?
Who shot you?
There is an update. A guy has been arrested, and he has been charged with first-degree murder without premeditation.
Right, and I'm glad you brought that up because I was reading an article on him. Shouts out to Roderick's Logic. They covered this a little bit yesterday, so we kind of talked about it. And so afterwards, I read. So, a matter of fact, it was last night. You sent me the article, and it said, I forget where I'm going. Oh, with the guy that he took off with a Gucci bag or something like that.
Oh yeah, he stole his Gucci bag.
Right, so it's supposed to be like quote unquote robbery, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, that still ends up turning into murder.
Well, yeah.
Both of them are felonies.
And it's being said that there were other suspects, but as of right now, they only have him, which, hey, don't drop the soap.
Fuck a shooter, I'm my own shooter. That's messed up.
You know. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and jump into a quick commercial break. I believe that there's some minor technical difficulties, so bear with us. You know, internet. There's some unforeseen things that go on. So we're going to go to a commercial break, regroup, and we'll be right back. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Remember to continue to share this live feed and invite your friends and tell your friends to get with our friends so we can all be
friends. How many of us have them?
You already know you listening to The Block with your boy Black on VillaCoolaRadio.com.
Are we still?
Did it drop?
A positive vibe will push you to truly strive, push you beyond the limits you set for yourself inside. Positive thinking complete with positive word. The brokenness in the hood, me and you must repair. My only enemy is negative energy. It's like a sickness, but PVO is the remedy. We stay awoke and never ignore the obvious. I'm selling hope. When you see me, you know it's positive.
Good afternoon, hustlers. This your boy Roger Rose. Be sure to check out Roger's Logic album review every Friday live from 1 to 2 on Facebook.com on the Hip Hop Across the Board fan page. You can also check it out on VillaCoolerRadio.com. You can also check that thing out on YouTube. We about to dig into these Dallas albums and we're going to rate them on the 5 mic scale. It's about to get real interesting. Holla at your boy.
Love from the block. Be sure to catch me and my co-host Blizzity Black every Saturday 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Catch us live on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and also your one and only VillaCoolerRadio.com. Every week we're sure to provide you with raw, hilarious, and uncut discussions and also exclusive interviews from local artists. Class is now dismissed. That was good.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, I've got a fashion insider for all my ladies who know the importance of accessorizing their attire. And even for my fellas out there balling on a budget but still want their woman looking lovely. Let's be real, even the costume gotta be cute and on point, right? Well, Paparazzi Accessories got you covered. With an assortment of durable, nickel and lead-free, aesthetically appealing to the eye, rings, necklaces, bracelets, and more. So go show Miss Lisa Turner some love and support. Check her out on Facebook at LTurner88, on Instagram at Lisa Turner, or hit up her website at paparazziaccessories.com. For all my ladies.
What's up, world? You're listening to VillaCoolerRadio.com. Tell your friends.
Hey guys, we're back. Shout out to all my listeners that are tuned in. Shout out to Koya Love, my girl Koya Love. Shout out to Mashmo Monday. Shout out to Chef J. Chef J has some great tea that he just got an opportunity. Yeah, he makes sweet tea. And his sweet tea just hit Walmart stores. So shout out to Chef J, who is my second father. So love you much. Hope your recovery is going smoothly. But we're going to go ahead and jump into our next discussion. Guys, now I know you make sweet tea at home. Oh, wow. But do you really, like when you go to restaurants, how much do you really trust those people who are making your food, you know, mixing your drinks? Do you really, really trust them? Or do you have that thought in the back of your mind, like, what did these motherfuckers do?
Well, I mean, I know because I'm in the industry.
Don't tell me.
No. What I will tell you is that it's a bad perception that restaurants have from people who've never worked in a restaurant. But for the most part, people don't do shit to your shit. Like, on some shit like, if they drop your shit on the ground, they'll
I don't know.
one. Most of the time, though. Like, most of the time.
Well.
Now, I mean, there is a small percentage.
Well, look at here. Look what happened. A woman was fired from Raising Cane after being caught on video. Female are heard laughing before she poured the tea into the chicken restaurant's dispenser. The caption of the video, when they posted it on social media, kids are dumb these days. Stupid. But who is raising these peons? It said, don't drink tea from Cane's. She's trifling because we don't care no more. Raising Cane's officials have since apologized for the disturbing video and say the employee involved has been fired and that they are launching a full investigation into the incident. So yeah, so she said she was fed up and that's what she wanted to do. can you imagine how much chicken crumbs and flour went into that tea? And then, like I said, ain't no telling how many people. Ugh.
Talk about sticking foot in it, and she put her whole arm in that bit.
Gives a new meaning to back ends and elbows.
Right. Yeah.
So, okay, so my question is, because I've thought of when I've gotten fed up with a job,
What
there's
did you
some
do?
things that I didn't do anything.
Oh, okay.
But there are some things that have crossed my mind. Like, for instance, there's some times when I've had a bad day. Like, I hope when I come back to this motherfucker tomorrow that it's just burned down to the ground. But why don't I burn it down?
Right.
No.
I mean,
my question is,
gas leaks do happen.
have you ever had a thought of doing
Yes.
something when you were fed up? And if
Yes.
so, what? What are some
Yes.
things that has crossed your mind that
And don't tell us where
It's-
you work at,
It's
Black.
actually, well, I'm not going to tell you where I work, but there's actually something that I have done when I got fed up. And,
tell us what profession you're in?
I'm in the food service industry.
Good one. Come on,
But
tell us.
It wasn't where it would fuck up the masses, right? I literally threw a plate at a customer and took out my apron to fight him.
Oh.
Because I was fed up with how he was handling me and my staff, because I was a manager at the time.
But you've never done anything to anybody's food. Do you have knowledge of anyone doing anything to anybody's?
I do
my-
have
like
knowledge.
what?
Like,
Spitting
no, not spitting. Like dropping that shit on the ground
and picking it up.
and putting it on the plate.
Now, I'm going
Oh,
to tell
my.
you this incident. My very first job I had back in the day in high school was with Brahms. Okay?
Bombs,
Oh
bro.
my.
Brahms. My very first job. I was like 15, 16, whatever. And I wasn't mad. Kind of. I wasn't really mad.
I wasn't mad, kinda. What does that even mean? What does that even mean?
But what happened was, okay, so it's closing time. You know how people roll up right at closing time.
Oh, that's the worst.
Well, I'm on the grill. I had already shut the grill down, start scraping the stuff and cleaning it up, and here comes somebody wanting a burger. So I had also just thrown the extra burgers in the trash.
Okay.
So instead of firing that grill back up, I just got that. I mean, it was right there on top, so it didn't go down or nothing. Like, it was right there on top.
And you
so
know
I
what?
just-
And that could be a thing, because
Could be a thing.
Listen, let me tell you.
Oh,
Let me tell you.
hell no.
Because I've seen a whole pot of shit fall on the ground,
It's about picking
and
it right
one
up.
dude went to go pick it up and put it in the trash. He said, no.
Are you?
Grab the
oh
stuff
my.
that's on top. We
yeah.
can save it. It didn't touch the ground.
Exactly. That was my thinking. It was on top. So
But
I just
I-
grabbed
I-
And
it
y'all
one-
were making this seem like y'all were
but
trying to justify
it wasn't
like,
right.
It was
I'm not
on
trying to
top.
justify it. It
It
was
was on
right.
top.
Motherfucker, it was in the
was right.
trash.
It was you
Or
right
on the ground.
You're right.
And so that, you know what I do when I go to restaurants, this is how I determine if I'm gonna be nice.
Don't
if it's-
ask for no fucking
No,
plastic
I
ware.
literally look at their floors. Their floors tell me what type of restaurant they are.
What?
It does. It does.
No. Have you been to Waffle House?
I don't like, so I wouldn't fuck with anybody. I would just come in there. I would be kind.
Always be kind.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah,
I
you
would
might
be
wanna
real
be kind.
kind.
Yeah, you might
Like,
wanna be
Even when they done messed up.
even
but
when they
I'm
mess
still
up,
polite.
I'm
yeah.
kind
They got to
because
go
their
back.
floors tell me that if my shit accidentally drop, they're 9 times out of 10 just gonna pick it up
Already.
because they ain't take the time to mop,
Yeah.
get the floors all spiffy. So that's just something that I look at when I go to places and I eat.
Look, I'm gonna tell you that, like, realistically, like, most of the time you're okay. Like, most of the time, people have integrity that work in restaurants. You kind of have to, especially if you're working off of tips, because, like, if you don't have integrity, like, somebody's taking your tips, or, you know, that is funny. That's funny.
I thought about doing something like that to a boyfriend before.
Oh, damn.
Putting
Damn.
X-lax.
X-lax.
Yeah.
That's a whole different topic there.
Yeah, that's a whole.
Man, they would never
Oh, you
know.
think you going out tonight?
But
Right
nah,
to
for
the-
the most part, people are cool. Like, even when we mad at you, we might go to the back and cuss your ass out. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to be nice to you, even though you're not being nice to us. You know what I'm saying? don't really fuck with your food for the most part.
Well, thank you, Shallon. She says I served you before, and I try to be real kind because I just have this thing that what goes on in that kitchen, I don't know, but I want them to remember when they're making Stephanie Love's plate. She's out there. She's kind. She's beautiful. She's smart.
All right, you pushing
she's
it.
important, and I want them to fix my plate with love.
They gonna serve you a motherfucking chocolate pie straight off the hill.
So thank you, Shallon. Shallon was very, very sweet. I was in and out. I loved it. My food didn't even taste like it was dropped on the floor.
Well, it never does. It never does. I'm letting you know. It never does.
Oh, shit. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go into some fly shit. And I told y'all I had a good one today.
It's the block, and this is that fly shit.
We just some young fly niggas.
All right, guys. So this week on Fly Shit, for those who are tuned in who may not know what Fly Shit is, I see some new viewers. But Fly Shit is where we tell women and men like you and I how to be better, how to evolve, how to
be fly,
and be on your best shit. So this goes to everybody. Everybody can apply this to themselves. How to stop giving a fuck and stop seeking approval.
Interesting.
It's only natural to give a fuck what other people think about you. It's only natural to seek approval of other people, but there are serious consequences, cost of doing so. When you give too many fucks what strangers think about you, you end up feeling insecure in public places. When you seek approval through dating and getting attention from women or men, you end up on an emotional roller coaster that can leave you feeling unworthy and lonely. When you give too many fucks, that's my favorite word, what your family thinks about your career, you end up working a job you don't care about. I'll cover 3 steps you can follow to stop seeking approval so you can free yourself from all the negative emotions that come along with giving too many fucks. Number 1, understand why it doesn't matter. The first step is to understand why it's useless to worry about opinions of other people. Number 2, build a lifestyle that you can be proud of. The fastest way to stop giving a fuck is to start living a life that you can be proud of, regardless of what other people think. And this all starts with strong daily habits. And number 3, catch yourself seeking approval. Even after you structure life around habits and goals that you actually care about, you are still liable to give a fuck what other people think. And you really should catch yourself seeking that approval. Make sure that you're happy is what I say. I tell myself every day, this is what I tell myself every day for the last year, for the last 6 months. I'm living my best life. And if ain't nobody happy with it, I'm happy with it. And that's all that matters. There had been a long time before that where and I still find myself trying to seek approval and finding out if people really give a fuck like I give a fuck. But, hey, news flash to you, I don't give a fuck.
And number 4, you leave home with 12 fucks. You come back home with a dozen. Give no fucks.
Give no fucks.
You do what you do,
and
regardless.
There you have it. If you follow these 3 steps, you'll soon be free of giving a fuck what other people think. Understand that it's useless to worry about what other people think because the high of getting their approval never lasts anyways. Build a lifestyle that you can be proud of by practicing hobbies that you are happy at and setting goals that you care about.
It's
Build
funny
the habit
you're saying it like it's typed.
of catching yourself. That's how I type it so I can say it like
right.
that. Build the habit of catching yourself, seeking approval, accepting it, and then letting it go. And hold on. Sorry. And enjoy the freedom that comes with not giving a fuck and looking only to yourself for approval. And that was your fly shit.
It's the block, and this is that fly shit.
And
All right.
Shout out to Mila J. In case y'all don't know who Mila J is, Mila J is Johnny Aiko's sister. She has a song called No Fucks.
She does.
Well, her name is, I thought it was Janae Aiko.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Johnny.
Janae Aiko. That's what I said. That's how I pronounce it. Janae Aiko.
I piggyback because there's actually a book that me and my coworkers are at work kind of reading and discussing, and it's called How Not to Give a Fuck. And it's a really good read. It really is. So
that might make me start reading.
Yeah, I might go and get it, and we'll start plugging it in, you know, and helping, you know, just do you. Just do you.
Do you, boo-boo.
Do you,
do
boo-boo.
you.
That's it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pay some bills again. We're going to go to commercial break.
We're going to a video
we're going to go
now,
to
right?
a video real quick. Ooh, switching things up. So, guys, in the comments, based on fly shit, how not to give a fuck, let's continue this discussion. Tell me some ways that has helped you not to give a fuck. Go ahead and lit up the comments. We'll be right back. We're going to a quick video.
This is crazy. Hey, Lon, you hear that? Yo. Talking about me, man, I think about God first. Cause he loved me and helped me when I was at my worst. When I was out there in the streets just doing my dirt. When I was in between the sheets getting on bras' nerves. But anyways, I'm looking down a different path. Cause I'm trying to better myself from a difficult past. I'm married now, people tell me it ain't gonna last. Cause the temptation in the world, girls showing they ass. Sets me apart from the rest of man. Not on a higher level, just to where I understand that getting your money up comes secondly within demand. My people just come together, let love take your stand. All the injustice is going on, I know that it's a heavy topic. It keeps on going on like no way that we can stop it. But keep on holding on and someday we'll see our profit. Walk through that door that's open for you, you close it and you lock it. Why this is happening, you ask? It's written in the wheel. Not only armed forces walk around and shoot to kill. You think copping the peace to keep the pieces, keeping it real. You think that it's enough safety to keep foolish people still. Blind eyes read the book, but they never see the words. Deaf ears listen up, but they never hear the words. Not saying I fully have it, I'm just drifting through the curves. From time to time I get stopped up from bumping into the curve. They attacking the mind so viciously, speaking it repetitiously. Nonsense is getting into me, I gotta find a different outlet. Hold up, I think I found it. Speak true with a different mindset. Shine like not even blind yet, so I try to turn it all around. Going up, I'm heaven bound. I'm leaving from this world with the enemy pulling down. Some call it gravity, some call it death defying. It's the same energy, look around, tell me that I'm lying. Dead bodies up in the streets, cruisers all on a roll, unidentified species. And then we got John Doe's moving quick as a rabbit, getting stuck in a foxhole. New religion and new habits feel like a box troll. Half the musicians in the world don't even have souls. These children having babies wonder why the world is cold. They haven't warmed up to the fact everybody needs help, from your parents to your friends, but mostly for yourself. Do we even think about the situations going on? Hooting and the hollering, all that carrying on. Our whole justice system just mistreating, being evil, while Trump is up in office misleading all of the people. Headed in the wrong direction, this rate will never be equal. The world has already ended, we're just waiting for the sequel. It's evil, society got so many problems. We causing more to happen and we just can't solve them. Chemicals in the sky, people telling us lies. They giving us false promises, man, it's hidden in disguise. Subliminal messages telling you to hate your brother. Here we are stealing money from our own mother. Trapped up in the world, man, we can't